Lesson for today is steel formwork system. At the end of this session, students will be able to identify the type of steel formwork system available in the construction industry. Steel formwork is now becoming popular due to its long lifetime and multiple time reuses. Steel formwork is costly but can be used for large number of projects, whereas steel shuttering gives very smooth finishes to concrete surface. This type of formwork is suitable for circular or curved structure such as tanks, columns, chimneys, sewer, tunnel, and retaining wall. Some advantages of steel formwork over timbers are steel shuttering is strong, durable, and has a longer life. It gives a very smooth finish to surface of member. It is waterproof and minimizes the honeycombing effect. It can be used more than 100 times, and steel formwork can be installed and dismantled with greater ease. A brief overview of steel formwork system. Steel formwork system is prefabricated mold made from steel, which fresh concrete is poured and compacted. It can carry imposed loads, live loads, and its own weight resulted from the concreting activities. Steel formwork can be reused from the beginning until the end of the project. Formwork is temporary structure, therefore, it is not shown in the construction drawings. Formwork needs to safely support concrete structure until the adequate strength is achieved. Sometimes formwork becomes permanent structure and remains in situ for the life of the building. Steel formwork system also suitable for typical design construction project that requires repetition cost of components such as low-cost terrace house, flats, apartments, single and double-story terrace house. What is formwork? Formwork in construction is the use of support structures and molds to create structures out of concrete which is poured into the molds. Formwork can be made using molds out of steel, wood, aluminium, and prefabricated form. Formwork is an ancillary construction used as a mold for a structure. Into this mold, fresh concrete is placed only to harden subsequently. Normally, the construction of formwork takes time and involves expenditure up to 30 to 70% of the cost of the structure. The operations of removing the formwork is known as stripping or striking. Strip or strike formwork can be reused. And reusable forms are known as panel forms, and non-usable are called stationary forms. A good formwork should satisfy the following requirements. Number 1. Strong enough to withstand all types of dead and live loads. Number 2. Rigidly constructed and efficiently prop and brace both horizontally and vertically so as to retain its shape. Number 3. The joints in the formwork should be tight against leakage of cement grout. Number 4. Construction of formwork should permit removal of various parts in desired sequences without damage to the concrete. Number 5. Material of the formwork should be cheap, easily available, and should be suitable for reuse. Number 6, the formwork should be set accurately to the desired line and level should have plane surface. Number 7, as light as possible. And number 8, material of the formwork should not warp or get distorted when exposed to the elements. Number 9, formwork should rest on firm base. Formwork can be divided into two types. Number 1, temporary structure. This type of formwork required to safely support concrete until it reaches adequate strength. Number 2, permanent structure. This type of formwork remains in situ for the life of the building. There are two categories of formwork. Number 1, conventional formwork system. The conventional formwork system is built from timber, plywood, and erect at its position on site. It is easy to produce, but for larger structure, it is time-consuming. Plywood has relatively short lifespan. However, timber formwork are still being used extensively due to lower labor costs compared to procuring of reusable formwork. Timber formworks are also the most flexible types of formwork. Hence, complicated sections may still use timber formwork even when reusable systems are adopted. Number 2, prefabricated steel formwork system. The formwork system is built from prefabricated module with a metal frame and carbon on the side with material equipped with preferable surface finish such as steel or aluminum. Two major advantages of prefabricated steel formwork compared to conventional formworks are faster in erection process and lower life cycle cost. The systems are modular, designed for speed and efficiency to provide accuracy and waste minimization, equipped with health and safety features. There are 4 types of steel formwork system used, such as number 1, horizontal system, number 2, vertical system, number 3, column system, and number 4, combined vertical and horizontal systems. The horizontal system is used to cast reinforced concrete for horizontal types of components such as floor slab. The horizontal system typically come in two configurations such as number 1, handset forms, number 2, flying table forms. Modular lightweight handset steel formwork is an advanced panel formwork system made from steel. It is suitable to be used as formwork to cast flat slab concrete structure without beam. It is easy to set up and has only few components. It uses a steel prop with quick release to support the panel and does not require cross braces and tripods. The formwork system is easy to erect and strip. First, adjust the props to the required height. Second, install and erect the props and tighten using the gate brace. Third, hang the formwork panel to the prop head. Fourth, by using assemble and disassemble tool or ADT, push up and swing the panel to its position. Fifth, insert support, straighten another prop to support the panel and lock. 6. Repeat the process again until the required slab length completed. This is an example of handset forms. In the photo, you can see laborers or workers installing support for the handset steel formwork panel using the adjustable steel prop and ADT tools. This is the handset steel formwork panel from different angles during the installation process. As you can see that the formworks are used to cast concrete slab. This is the method or sequence of erection for handset steel formwork panel. Adjust the steel props to the required length. Next, erect the steel prop using gate brace. After that, hang the panel to the prop head. Next, swing the lower end of the panel to position using ADT tools. After that, insert, push, straighten and lock in the force props. Finally, repeat steps 3, 4 and 5 until completion of the whole system. Flying table form is an advanced formwork system to cast most floor slab and beam configurations in high-rise residential and industrial buildings. The system consists of lightweight aluminum flying truss table form and lighter than conventional formwork. The formwork system can be easily lifted and flown in one set unit by tower crane. This is an example of flying table form with all the components to establish the whole complete system. In these photos, you can see how the system used in the construction of slab for a high-rise building. This is the general or typical 9th step to install the flying table form. The formwork is used repetitively to cast concrete slab from lower to higher level of the building until completion. These photos show the flying table form is lifted and removed by using the tower crane. The vertical system is used to cast reinforced concrete for vertical type of components such as wall. The vertical system typically comes in two configurations such as number 1, wall forms, number 2, slip forms. The wall form system normally consists of main work platform, upper concreting platform, and finishing trailing platform. Wall forms are large custom-made formwork with steel panel, stud, wheels, and brace or prop. Wall form system comprises of main work platform and upper concreting platform to facilitate working conditions. Wall forms are flexible and can adapt to shapes and sizes to suit the wall design. It also can accommodate the architectural demands and has high numbers of reuse cycles. These are several examples of wall forms such as number 1, gang forms, number 2, steel large panel wall forms, Number 3, single-sided wall forming system. And number 4, large custom-made wall forms. Crane is required to lift and handle the wall form due to large in size and heavy in weight. Slip form is a self-climbing form in high-rise construction. It is a method of formwork used for constructions of vertical reinforced concrete sections. The system is suitable for constructions of core walls in high-rise structures such as lift shafts, stair shafts, and towers. Slip forms rises continuously at a rate of approximately 300 mm per hour, supporting itself on the core. The system allows continuous pouring of concrete and only stops when full height structure is reached. Slip forms provide several advantages such as the system is erected only once at initials and remains until the construction of the entire structure is completed. Next, reduction in the erection cost of formwork, time and cost saving due to none of re-erections, reductions in the movement of formwork and workers leads to safe working conditions. This photo shows the example of slip form system including all of the components. Slip form technology is a method of vertically extruding a reinforced concrete section and is suitable for construction of core walls in high-rise structures such as lift shafts, stair shafts, and towers. The formwork rises continuously at the rate of about 300 mm per hour, supporting itself on the core and not relying on support or access from other parts of the building or permanent works. It allows for the continuous pouring of concrete into walls of a structure and only stops when the full required height of the structure has been reached. The height of the formwork is designed in such a way that while the top of the formwork is being filled by concrete, the lowest layer of concrete poured earlier has already gained an initial set. When the formwork is moved upward, the concrete that is then exposed remains firm. Slip form system provides several advantages. Number 1, formwork is erected only once and remain intact until the entire structure is completed. Number 2, great reduction in the cost of formwork as well as time saving for re-erection. Number 3, cost effective. Number 4, saving onto the labor costs otherwise used for intermittent concrete operations. Number 5, the reductions in the movement of formwork and workers also leads to far more safe working conditions that also make it a major advantage. The column formwork systems are normally modular. It allows fast assembly and erection on site while minimizing labor dependency and crane operation time. The panel is made from steel and aluminum with variety of internal surface profiles depend on the finish required. The column formwork system can be fabricated in shape of circular, square, and rectangle at any size required. The formwork can be lifted as a whole unit using crane before and after the concreting process. The photo shows several examples of the column forms in various sizes and shapes used to cast concrete columns. Column forms provide several benefits such as number 1. Increased speed and efficiency in constructions. Number 2. The requirement of skilled labor is reduced due to the simplicity of assembly and disassembly. Number 3. Metal column forms can be assembled and erected more easily than traditional formwork. Number 4. Disposable forms come ready assembled to site. Number 5. High quality surface finishes are possible. Number 6. The highly engineered nature of the metal formwork system enables precision adjustment to the formwork. Column forms can incorporate safety features in its system. Metal formwork system can have integral ready-to-use concreting platform with guardrails and access equipment including ladders. This reduces the need for independent access. For systems with disposable formwork, working platforms for concreting have to be erected separately to allow safe access to the top of the column form. Formwork systems are available which need to be worked only from one side. This could be an important safety consideration for columns situated at building edges and corners. Metal systems typically provide robust assemblies. Assembly process is simple, allowing site operatives to become familiar with health and safety aspects. Normally, this formwork system require minimal use of power tools. The combined vertical and horizontal systems are also known as tunnel formwork system and typically come in two configurations. Number 1, half tunnel forms, and number 2, full tunnel forms. Half tunnel forms modules come in the form of an inverted L and called half units. When two half units forms are connected and bolted together at the top, they become full tunnel forms. The inbuilt wheels function to move the formwork in and out of the installed positions, and the jacks function to adjust the formwork to the required height. The factory versatile and economical prefabricated steel formwork can be reused up to approximately 600 times with the ability to suit a variety of sizes. Because of the equipped features, the system permits 24-hour construction cycle. Tunnel forms are suitable to be used for construction of cellular-type building. Full tunnel forms are equipped with hydraulic contraction features for stripping process. Tunnel formwork system can be used to cast reinforced cellular, concrete wall, slabs, or structure in one operation in daily cycle. The system offers similar speed, quality, and accuracy as provided by factory produced together with flexibility and economical advantage as provided by cast in situ construction. The system able to create sufficiently high quality finish to the surface and efficient load-bearing structure. The system can provide time and cost savings. These photos show the tunnel form system used to cast concrete wall and concrete slab concurrently. These photos show the full tunnel forms used for hotel construction. The system was used to cast concrete wall and slab as load bearing. and no columns and beams required. Tunnel formwork system allows the contractor to cast walls and slabs in one operation in a daily cycle. It combines the speed, quality, and accuracy of factory or off-site production with the flexibility and economy of in-situ constructions. It is also recognized as a modern method of construction. The result is a cellular reinforced structure, the surfaces of which are sufficiently high quality to require only minimal finishings for direct decorations, while the end walls and facades are easily completed with thermally insulated units that can be clad as required. The system creates an efficient load-bearing structure for use in a wide variety of applications. It is particularly effective in projects suited to repetitive cellular construction such as residential blocks, hotels, student accommodations, barracks, and prisons. Tunnel system provide several advantages. Number 1, cost effective. High quality construction, generating significant savings in time and cost over alternative methods without compromising on design. Number 2, the repetitive nature of the system and the use of prefabricated forms and reinforcing mats or gauges simplifies the whole construction process, thus producing a smooth and fast operation. Number 3, quality is enhanced despite the speed of construction. The precise, even still phase of the formwork creates a smooth, high-quality finish capable of receiving direct decoration with the minimum of preparations. However, a skip coat may be required. This reduces the requirement for trades or laborers, thus providing additional cost saving and speeding the entire process. Number 4, the large base constructed provide exceptional flexibility in the design and layout of the building and allow a high degree of freedom in the final appearance. Number 5, integral working platforms and edge protection system. The repetitive, predictable nature of the task involves encourage familiarity with operations. The minimal requirement for tools and equipment further reduces the risk of accident on site. Number 6, the in-situ castings of units on site and the local availability of ready-mix concrete supplies reduce transportation impacts. Possibility of just-in-time deliveries and near-zero wastage produce an overall tedious site with associated cost-saving and safety benefits. Tunnel formwork come in half units and in the form of an inverted L, which are bolted together at the top to form each tunnel. The inbuilt wheels and the jack help the formwork move in and out of the position and adjusted to the final height. The factory-made steel formwork can be reused up to 600 times and it can suit a variety of module sizes. This makes the method of construction very versatile and extremely economical. Tunnel formwork allows a 24-hour construction cycle to be achieved, and thus the buildability of in-situ concrete is improved by choosing this type of formwork. This is the casting process of tunnel formwork. Stage 1. Prefabricated wall reinforcement is placed by crane along the entire wing prior to casting the kickers, which used to position wall formwork. Stage 2. 2.5 tunnel is craned into place, bolted together, and ties are added. Stage 3. The wall concrete is poured. Stage 4. The slab reinforcements are fixed. Stage 5. The slab concrete is placed. The formwork system provides for a pour to be wrapped in tarpaulins and for the use of butane heaters to maintain a sufficiently high temperature for the concrete to reach its striking strength overnight. Stage 6. The tunnel forms are removed the next day. Stage 7. The process is repeated for the next two bays. Tunnel form can produce strong and durable in situ cellular structures. This method of construction can achieve time savings up to 25% with cost savings of 15%. This photo shows the components of tunnel formwork system. Formwork for cast-in-place concrete in high-clearance construction is commonly based on multi-tier shoring towers, also termed load towers or support towers. This photo shows how the system looks like for family A and B. Another types for family C and D. This photo shows how the system looks like for family C and D. This photo shows the form support using 240 feet or 733 meter high aluminum shoring towers with carrying capacity of 18,000 pounds or 8,000 kilograms per leg. Steel formwork system provides several advantages such as: Number 1. Very little on-site skilled labor needed. Number 2. The ability to reuse forms either as a large section or as individual units. Number 3. All prefabricated systems are designed for light as well as heavy constructions. Number 4. Contractors can build almost any type of work, straight, battered, curved, or cut up. Number 5. Prefab forms may be set in any combination horizontally and vertically to any wall height. These are the points of differentiation between the conventional formwork and prefabricated or steel formwork. Normally, formwork are made from 4 types of materials. Number 1. Steel formwork is made of angle steel sheets, irons, and T-iron. Wooden timber formwork consists of props, plank battens, ledges, and sheetings. Number 3. Plastics, and number 4. Aluminium. Steel formwork consists of panel fabricated from steel. The panel held together using clamps or bolts and nuts. It can be fabricated in large number of any shape and sizes. Steel formworks are stronger, durable, and have longer life than timber formwork, and their reuses are more in number. Steel formworks can be installed and dismantled with greater ease and speed. The quality of exposed concrete surface by using steel formwork is good, and such surfaces need no further treatment. Steel formwork does not absorb moisture from concrete, and steel formwork does not shrink or warp. It is suitable for heavy concrete work. It will last long with reasonable care. However, it provides high initial cost and high handling cost. This photo shows circular or round columns were constructed using steel formwork, which should be applied with oil in the inside surface. Because of the oil applied at the inside surface, the steel formwork could be dismantled easily after concreting. Compared to timber formwork, steel formwork are stronger, durable, and have longer lifespan. The process of installation is faster and easier. The quality of concrete surface is better. Steel form does not absorb moisture, therefore does not shrink or warp. Steel formwork normally comes complete with standard sets of proprietary accessories. This is such examples of steel formwork and accessories. Example of circular or rounded column formwork system. This is an example of steel flat formwork with its accessories. In overall, steel formwork provides several advantages such as can be used repetitively for longer number of time, it is non-absorbent, able to provide smooth finish surface, it cannot shrink, easy to use, stronger, and etc. However, steel formwork also comes with disadvantages such as number 1, limited size and shapes, number 2, can transmit heat, number 3, limited fixing system which require its accessories. Apart from steel, there is aluminum formwork. Number 1, often used in prefabricated formwork that is put together on site. Number 2, aluminum is strong and light, and consequently fewer support and ties are required. Number 3, the lighter section will deflect more, but this can be avoided by simply following the manufacturer's recommendations. Next is removal of formwork. Deshuttering in simple means the process of removing the shuttering or formwork for concrete. Order and method of removing formwork such as shuttering forming vertical faces of wall, beams and column siders should be removed first. Shuttering forming soffit to slab should be removed next. Shuttering forming soffit to beams, girder or other heavily loaded members should be removed in the end. And factors need to be considered. Number 1, concreting is done under normal circumstances. Number 2, the cement used is ordinary Portland cements or OPC. Number 3, adequate curing is done. Number 4, the activity is carried out in the ambient temperature. This table shows the typical time to remove or dismantle formwork. Next, failure of formwork. Number 1. Formwork failures are the cause of many accidents and failures that occur during concrete construction, which usually happen when fresh concrete is placed. Number 2. Generally, some unexpected event cause one member to fail, then others become overloaded or misaligned, then the entire formwork structure collapses. Number 3. Improper stripping and shore removal. Number 4. Inadequate bracing. Number 5. Vibrations. Number 6. Unstable soil. Number 7. Inadequate control of concrete placement. Number 8. Lack of attention to formwork details. Number 9. Formwork sometimes collapse when their shore or jack are displaced by the vibration caused by A. Passing traffic, B. Movement of workers and equipment on the formwork, and C. The effect of vibrating concrete to consolidate. These are the steps or measures to prevent failure to formwork. The mechanical handling of formwork on site, a characteristic of industrialized forming system, is a critical operations. All parties involved in crane handling of the formwork should be aware of formwork's weight and the proper handling method. These are the safety precautions. Number 1. Material used for the construction of formwork must fulfill the specifications. Number 2. Formwork is fixed firmly and properly. Number 3. Construction area must be protected to prevent vandalism of formwork. Number 4. Warning sign must be put up at the area where the formwork is fixed to prevent entrance of people that may damage the formwork. Number 5. The formwork must be inspected before the concrete is poured. For striking. Number 1. As column and beam side formwork will be removed before beam and slab soffit formwork, provision must be made for easy removal and in the correct order. Number 2. If beam and slab soffit formwork is to be removed before the concrete has achieved working strength, permanent propping or shoring is required. Number 3. Take care to avoid damage to formwork which is to be reused. Whereas for maintenance, number 1. Clean formwork with stiff brush and clean with cold water. Number 2. Use scrapers only as a last resort. Keep formwork well oiled to prevent delamination of plywood or rusting of steel, and always oil the edges. Meanwhile, for storage, number 1. Any formwork with steel component should be stored in the dry. Number 2. Avoid direct sunlight on timber formwork. Number 3. Store clear of the ground without twist or bend and keep free of dirt. These are some examples of formwork production rates or the time taken to completely install formwork. That's all for the lesson this time, and thank you very much.